Hello everybody, I just thought I'd give you a mid-March kind of garden update because some things have changed. I do need to repot this eucalyptus tree, which I probably will show you soon, but a lot of things have changed in the garden and spring is definitely coming. It's pretty chilly today. It's kind of not frosty, but it's chilly. And we can see all of these onions, but I just thought it would be really nice to show you what is going on. So that is a red currant bush, and then the thing behind it is an apple. Most of these are apples, to be honest. That one in the back is one that I grew from seed at uni. And then, yeah, we're gonna go around this way. And these are the plums that I planted from a family member's plums that they got from their tree. So you can see that they're really coming up, and I'm surprised at how many have actually germinated and how many we've got coming. It's so cool. I will have to wait for them to be a little bit bigger so I can separate them out. I don't expect them all to come up, otherwise I wouldn't have planted them like that, but it's okay. And then this is the magnolia. I bought it for my mum because she also really likes magnolias, and it is this kind of Susan one, and the purple flowers are coming up. It's still a little bit early for it, so they're not quite there yet, but they're coming up. We've got this big Christmas tree. It's doing pretty well, I think. Well, I like to think that anyway. It was expensive. And then we've got some rose bushes, and then all of this kind of stuff. Lots of random things in here. One of my giant sequoias, another giant sequoia which isn't doing very well at all. I don't know what happened to it, but it is what it is. Here we've got two more Christmas trees and an emeris. Christmas tree there, Christmas tree there. We've got this rhododendron, I'm pretty sure, which is nice. And then over here, that is a potato plant in the back left. And then some strawberries, some, what are they called? Celeriacs. I think that is cabbage, maybe? I'm not sure. Emmys, she's eating grass. Hey, baby girl. And then my fig, which is definitely starting to grow now, which is nice because it wasn't growing for ages and I was a bit worried. This is sort of like our cottage garden here. So we've got loads of different flowers and stuff in here, which is really lovely. And then we've got the same over there. My mum did some weeding yesterday, which is why it looks a little bit barren, but that's okay. We've got the blue spruce here, and there's a ladybird on it, which is pretty nice. And then we've got another cottage garden. We are thinking of getting some trees to put them along this back, and we'd get a few different types. So I would really like a cherry blossom, and there are some others like silver birch or some other stuff like that we were going to put down there, just so it kind of blocks out the neighbours behind us a little bit more, to give us some more privacy, and just because it would look nice and it would be great for the birds. Living on a new build estate, I think it really is important for people who live in these sorts of houses to do whatever they can for the environment, because you can just see the destruction that has gone on to make these houses. And although they do put in trees to kind of counteract what they've done, it's not enough and the animals are suffering. So I do think that it is really important for new build owners to do whatever they can. And for us, that is fruit trees, and you can see the pears coming along here. The flowers are starting to bulb out, and flowers. So I love trees. I am very much a tree person. Given the choice, I would always take trees. And this is a, what is this? This is a tulip tree. Had it for a number of years now. It has never flowered. It's too young, and I think it has been stunted in this pot, but that's the nature of gardens in the UK. Can't always have full-size trees, but unfortunately. But anyway, I am definitely a tree person. I love trees, and they are absolutely my favourite thing. So getting trees that flower, whether that is to generate fruit or just to flower and be beneficial for the birds and the insects, it's neither here nor there to me. I'm not really overly fussed. I mean, ideally you'd get fruit, especially in today's climate where fruit is becoming more and more expensive, and food in general is becoming more and more expensive. I'm worried that there's going to come a time where paying for fruit and veg is going to be just unattainable. So for me, I'd rather spend a little bit more money now on trees and produce to make my own than to kind of save it for when prices go up. But we are all different people and we all have our own takes on what is going on. This is my quince tree. Look at the amount of buds and blossom on it. It's crazy how well this tree is doing. And we can see closer down here that we have what is, I think, is a sucker. So it is definitely growing out of the bottom there. And I would love to kind of cut it off from the main tree and produce a second specimen, because this one is big enough to be in its pot on its own. And trees are expensive. Quince trees in particular are expensive. They're not very common, so they are a lot of money. And if I can just take one from my current tree, then I'd rather do that. But yeah, the blossoms are absolutely beautiful, and when they've come out I will show you because they are stunning. So this is more of our kind of fruit collection orchard-y area, and you can see that there is quite a lot of trees over here and they are quite tightly packed, so they do definitely need to be more spread out, which will be done soon. That is an apricot in the back left, and then we've got cherries and plums and apples and pears in the back. And yeah, they're doing pretty well. The apples are the furthest behind, I would say. I think the apricot came out first, then the nectarine, then the pears, then the plums, then cherries, then apples. That is the order that it's been in our garden, at least. I'm not sure why, maybe that is just the order of things, but I'm surprised that the apricots came out so early. But they seem to be doing okay, and we have had some bees and pollinators in the garden, so I'm not overly worried that there wasn't much about, because there was enough about, you know. So yeah, and then this is just a big collection of stuff. That is a gooseberry, I'm pretty sure, and then that's another currant. And yeah, I don't know what that one in the back is with this little thing, whatever it is. It's really snazzy. And then we've got some what's it called, rosemary. And yeah, this is another apple tree. This is the Gala apple tree, which is one of my favorites. Or is it Braeburn? Might be Braeburn, actually. I take that back. Yeah, that's Braeburn, because the one over there is a Gala. That's Rosebush. That's Luna in the window. She's a little sweetie pie, honestly. She's so cute. She's a good girl. Hey, Pish Pish. Look at her. There she is. But yeah. And then this is blueberry. They haven't come out yet, the flowers, but they're doing pretty well, and that's all that really matters. And then we've got another gooseberry, and then another gooseberry, because I quite like gooseberries. I didn't know that I liked them when I bought them, but I do, so that's always fun to learn. The catio is definitely kind of a wild place, and that is done by design because it's for the cats, obviously, and they like wild spaces. So I think the best bit will be this bottom corner here, just because all of the things that are growing in the ground, and these are all hollyhocks, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I think they're hollyhocks. And then they've got like a little Christmas tree, and they've got a big rose bush, which is massive and growing really, really well. And yeah, I just think it'll be a really good place for them to kind of hang out and do their thing. This yellow plant is really nice. I don't know what it's called. My mum does, I don't. But it's really pretty. And we've got this one, which smells like lemon. When the flowers are out, it's gorgeous. My horse chestnuts are really getting their flowers now, which is so cool. I love horse chestnut trees, and this was more of an experiment because they're all in here together. I didn't expect to have to leave them in here for so long, just based on how many there are, and I thought I would be able to separate them out, but that didn't happen, unfortunately, which is why they are all so leggy and tall, because they're competing for light and space. So it is what it is. They will be fine for a little bit longer, hopefully. I do intend on moving soon, so they will have a bit more space, so I can sort them all out then. But the peonies and all the other beautiful things are coming up. There's even a horse chestnut in here that kind of self-set itself. And then down there we've also got some horse chestnuts, and we've got olives and a fig. So yeah, there's so much to look forward to. Spring really is coming, and it's a beautiful season, and there's just so much to see, so much to do, and yeah, beautiful. So what is growing in your gardens? Have you enjoyed the season so far? And what are you planning on doing in your gardens? I would love to know. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.